Something massive is hurtling toward Earth, moving at an unimaginable speed of 35,000 miles per hour. Its name is Asteroid YR24, and according to astronomers, it could be on a collision course with our planet in 2032. Right now, scientists are racing against time, calculating its trajectory, and determining whether we are facing a cosmic near-miss or an extinction-level event. But what do we really know about this asteroid? Could it be the next planet killer? Or will it pass us harmlessly, just another rock drifting through space? Asteroids have threatened Earth before. 66 million years ago, a 6-mile-wide space rock slammed into what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, wiping out the dinosaurs and changing the course of life on Earth forever. More recently, in 2013, a 60-foot-wide asteroid exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia, with the force of 30 Hiroshima bombs, shattering windows and injuring over 2,500 people. That asteroid was never detected until it was too late. Now, a much larger object is on the radar, and scientists are warning that if YR24 follows its predicted path, the consequences could be catastrophic. Discovered just months ago, YR24 has captured the attention of space agencies around the world. Measuring nearly 1,200 feet across, about the size of the Empire State Building, it is large enough to cause massive destruction if it were to strike. The force of impact would be equivalent to thousands of nuclear bombs detonating at once, releasing enough energy to flatten cities, trigger tsunamis, and alter global climate patterns. But how certain are scientists that this asteroid will actually hit Earth? NASA and other space agencies are using every tool available to track YR24's movement. Ground-based telescopes and deep space radar are gathering data, but the numbers are still uncertain. The problem is that asteroids don't travel in straight lines. They are influenced by the gravitational pull of planets, the sun, and even tiny forces like the Yarkovsky effect, caused by uneven heat radiation from an asteroid's surface. A small change in its trajectory today could mean the difference between a harmless pass and a direct collision in the future. At the heart of the investigation is NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies, where experts are running simulations to predict YR24's future path. So far, their models suggest that the asteroid has a 1 in 2,500 chance of hitting Earth in 2032. That may seem like a small probability, but in astronomical terms, it's a figure worth paying attention to. Space agencies have already started discussing contingency plans. If YR24's risk level increases, could we stop it before it's too late? Several asteroid defense strategies are being explored. One option is the kinetic impactor method, which involves crashing a spacecraft into the asteroid to nudge it off course. NASA recently tested this concept with its DART mission, successfully altering the trajectory of an asteroid named Dimorphos. But YR24 is significantly larger, meaning a single impact might not be enough. Another possibility is using a gravity tractor, placing a spacecraft near the asteroid and letting gravity slowly pull it into a safer trajectory over time. More extreme options, such as nuclear deflection, are also on the table. But detonating a bomb in space could create more problems than it solves. Public reaction to YR24's discovery has been mixed. Some dismiss it as just another doomsday scare, while others demand action. Social media is flooded with speculation, conspiracy theories, and debates over whether governments are hiding information. The reality is, space agencies are still gathering data. Every new observation helps refine predictions, and in the coming months, astronomers will determine whether YR24's risk level increases or decreases. So what happens next? If new calculations show that the asteroid's impact probability rises significantly, governments around the world will have to make difficult decisions. Space missions take years to plan, and the clock is ticking. If the asteroid is on a collision course, there may only be one chance to stop it. If YR24 misses Earth, it will serve as another reminder that our planet is constantly at the mercy of the cosmos. The question is not if, but when, the next asteroid will come for us. As we wait for updates, one thing is certain: humanity's survival depends on how well we prepare for threats from space. Whether YR24 is the asteroid that tests our defenses or merely a warning of what's to come, we must be ready. because out there, beyond the darkness of space, more objects like YR24 are waiting. And one day, one of them will come too close. Asteroid YR24 is a massive space rock traveling through the solar system at an astonishing 35,000 miles per hour. It measures nearly 1,200 feet across, about the size of the Empire State Building. If it were to hit Earth, the force of impact would be equivalent to thousands of nuclear bombs, enough to flatten entire cities, trigger tsunamis, and send shockwaves through the atmosphere. NASA first detected YR24 just months ago, and scientists have been closely tracking its path ever since. Right now, the asteroid is moving through deep space, far from Earth, but calculations suggest that in 2032, it could enter a trajectory that brings it dangerously close to our planet. The odds of an impact? About 1 in 2,500. That might not sound like much, but in space terms, it's serious enough for astronomers to take notice. This wouldn't be the first time an asteroid has threatened Earth. 66 million years ago, a 6-mile-wide asteroid crashed into what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, wiping out the dinosaurs and changing life on Earth forever. More recently, in 2013, a much smaller asteroid, just 60 feet wide, exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia, with the force of 30 Hiroshima bombs. That explosion shattered windows in a 200-mile radius and injured over 1,500 people. And that asteroid wasn't even detected until it was too late. What makes YR24 concerning is its size and speed. An asteroid of this scale wouldn't just cause regional devastation, it could have global consequences. Scientists are now using telescopes, radar, and space-based monitoring systems to gather more data. The asteroid's path is still uncertain, but even a small change in its trajectory, caused by Earth's gravity, the sun's radiation, or even a tiny cosmic nudge, could be enough to shift it onto a collision course. The question remains, will YR24 miss us, or are we on the verge of a planetary disaster? And if it does pose a real threat, do we have a way to stop it? Asteroid YR24 is a massive space rock traveling through the solar system at an astonishing 35,000 miles per hour. It measures nearly 200 feet across, about the size of the Empire State Building. If it were to hit Earth, the force of impact would be equivalent to thousands of nuclear bombs, enough to flatten entire cities, trigger tsunamis, and send shockwaves through the atmosphere. NASA first detected YR24 just months ago, and scientists have been closely tracking its path ever since. Right now, the asteroid is moving through deep space, far from Earth, but calculations suggest that in 2032, it could enter a trajectory that brings it dangerously close to our planet. The odds of an impact? About 1 in 2,500. That might not sound like much, but in space terms, it's serious enough for astronomers to take notice. This wouldn't be the first time an asteroid has threatened Earth. 66 million years ago, a 6-mile-wide asteroid crashed into what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, wiping out the dinosaurs and changing life on Earth forever. More recently, in 2013, a much smaller asteroid, just 60 feet wide, exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia, with the force of 30 Hiroshima bombs. That explosion shattered windows in a 200-mile radius and injured over 1,500 people. And that asteroid wasn't even detected until it was too late. What makes YR24 concerning is its size and speed. An asteroid of this scale wouldn't just cause regional devastation, it could have global consequences. Scientists are now using telescopes, radar, and space-based monitoring systems to gather more data. The asteroid's path is still uncertain, but even a small change in its trajectory, caused by Earth's gravity, the sun's radiation, or even a tiny cosmic nudge, could be enough to shift it onto a collision course. The question remains, will YR24 miss us, or are we on the verge of a planetary disaster? And if it does pose a real threat, do we have a way to stop it? Scientists around the world are closely monitoring asteroid YR24, using advanced telescopes and deep space radar to refine its trajectory. NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies, CNEOS, along with the European Space Agency, ESA, and other global observatories are gathering data to determine whether this massive asteroid poses a real threat. While the current probability of impact is low, around 1 in 2500, astronomers know that even a small change in its path could alter its future course. Tracking an asteroid like YR24 isn't as simple as following a straight line through space. Asteroids are influenced by various forces, including the gravitational pull of planets, the sun's radiation, and even tiny forces like the Yarkovsky effect. This occurs when an asteroid absorbs sunlight and later releases heat, slightly altering its orbit. Over time, these small shifts can push an asteroid closer or farther away from Earth. That's why scientists continue refining their models, updating predictions as new observations come in. One of the most important tools in asteroid tracking is NASA's Near-Earth Object (NEO) survey system, which scans the sky for potential threats. Since its launch, this program has helped identify thousands of asteroids that come near Earth's orbit. However, as history has shown, even with modern technology, some asteroids can still slip past detection, just like the 2013 Chelyabinsk meteor, which exploded over Russia without warning. To prepare for potential threats, space agencies are actively developing asteroid deflection technologies. In 2022, NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test, DART mission, successfully demonstrated the kinetic impactor method by crashing a spacecraft into an asteroid, changing its trajectory. This was the first real-world test of planetary defense, proving that humans might be able to alter an asteroid's course before it reaches Earth. However, YR24 is significantly larger than the asteroid targeted in the DART mission, meaning a single impact might not be enough. Other deflection methods include using a gravity tractor, where a spacecraft slowly pulls an asteroid off course using its gravitational influence, or even deploying nuclear explosives to break up or redirect a threatening object. While these ideas sound like science fiction, they are being seriously considered as part of future planetary defense strategies. For now, the world's top scientists continue to watch YR24, calculating every possible outcome. If new data suggests the asteroid's impact risk is increasing, space agencies may need to act quickly. While humanity has never had to deflect an asteroid before, experts agree on one thing. It's not a question of if Earth will be hit again, but when. The key is making sure we're ready when that day comes. If asteroid YR24 were confirmed to be on a collision course with Earth, scientists and space agencies would have limited time to act. The question is, do we have the technology to stop it? While Hollywood movies often depict last-minute heroics, the reality is far more complex. Deflecting an asteroid isn't as simple as blowing it up. In fact, breaking it apart could make things worse by creating multiple fragments, each with the potential to cause widespread destruction. Instead, scientists are focused on methods to nudge the asteroid away from Earth before it's too late. One of the most promising approaches is the kinetic impactor method, which involves sending a spacecraft to slam into the asteroid at high speed, altering its trajectory. This was successfully demonstrated in 2022 with NASA's DART mission, which changed the orbit of a small asteroid named Dimorphos. However, YR24 is significantly larger than Dimorphos, meaning a single impact might not be enough. Scientists are exploring whether a series of kinetic strikes or larger spacecraft could generate the force needed to move a massive asteroid like YR24 off course. Another proposed solution is the gravity tractor technique. This method involves positioning a spacecraft near the asteroid and using the subtle force of gravity to gradually pull it into a safer trajectory. While this technique is highly precise and doesn't risk breaking the asteroid apart, it requires years, or even decades, to be effective. If YR24 were discovered too late, a gravity tractor wouldn't be a viable option. In extreme cases, nuclear deflection remains a last resort possibility. This wouldn't mean detonating a bomb to destroy the asteroid, but rather using an explosion nearby to push it off course with a powerful shockwave. While this method is theoretically possible, it comes with risks, such as breaking the asteroid into unpredictable fragments or creating radioactive space debris. Scientists generally consider this a last-ditch effort if all other options fail. Of course, there's always the chance that YR24 will pass Earth harmlessly. Current predictions suggest the odds of impact are low, and as astronomers gather more data, they may find that the asteroid will miss us entirely. However, even if YR24 doesn't hit, it serves as a wake-up call. There are thousands of undiscovered asteroids out there, some of which could pose a much greater threat. The challenge is finding them early enough to take action. Ultimately, the fate of YR24 and Earth rests on science, technology, and preparation. If we can refine our tracking systems, develop more advanced deflection methods, and take planetary defense seriously, we may be able to prevent future disasters. But one thing is clear: the universe is unpredictable, and our survival depends on how well we prepare for the next big threat. Asteroid YR24 is a reminder of just how fragile life on Earth truly is. At any moment, a cosmic event could change everything we know, and despite all our technology, we are still at the mercy of the universe. Scientists are watching, calculating, and preparing, but the truth is, we won't know for certain until more data comes in. Could this be the next great challenge for humanity? Or will it pass by, just another near miss, quickly forgotten? One day, an asteroid will come too close, and when that happens, will we be ready? Will we have the technology to stop it, or will history repeat itself, just as it did for the dinosaurs? Space is unpredictable, and the threats lurking in the darkness are real. The only question is, how much time do we have left? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should we invest more in planetary defense? Do you think humanity is prepared for a real asteroid threat? The future is uncertain, but one thing is for sure. The next big asteroid is already out there, waiting. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on the latest space discoveries, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update about the mysteries of the universe. And let us know in the comments, do you think we're ready for an asteroid threat? See you in the next video.